Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the ePlan Live. My name is Hanan. I'll be your host. And today I have with me Nurel as well as Reem from ePlan USA. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. Can't complain. I believe Reem is having some trouble connecting to the audio, so that's okay, Reem. One thing I wanted to ask you guys is first of all, a little introduction as to what you guys do at ePlan and what ePlan is all about.
Okay. My name is Nourel Safi. I'm a technical consultant here at ePlan Software and Services. I joined ePlan a little bit over 3 years ago. I came from a background of a control system engineer, and I graduated from the University of Illinois with an electrical engineering degree. Um, yeah, this is a little bit about me. Since my colleagues Reem is not able to connect to the audio, Hanan, you could give us a little bit about Reem?
Sure, absolutely. What was that question again? I'm so sorry, Nurel. Your audio kind of cut out.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about Reem since she cannot connect to the audio?
Absolutely.
Just
So Reem is actually one of our account managers in based off in Houston, and she deals with a lot of customers on pretty much throughout the globe. I mean, throughout the country. So she's a fantastic resource for ePlan USA. She deals with multiple customers throughout and helps them answer any questions that may arise through their ePlan process and journey. So with that being said, I kind of wanted to ask you, Nero, on the topic of the current climate, like I know in the current climate, it's difficult for companies to have their full team members
Mhm.
on board at once. So, how does ePlan help companies become more efficient in today's market?
So the thing is with ePlan, it fits in the company platform. So with the variety of the softwares that we have, it helps to ease the process of communications between several departments, even when they are far away from each other. Of course, that's with the help of our cloud solution and the ePlan software platforms and the standardization that ePlan has.
Got it. So, with that being said, what are some current like challenges like people face without, for example, like if I'm a company and I need to have like a certain management process, how do I help overcome that if my team's not there? Or how am I able to communicate with them better, especially right now?
Yes. So ePlan, just like I mentioned, with the variety of the software that it has, it's each piece of this platform is designed for a specific department of who specific department that's involved in creating the project. With the help of our cloud solution, the project will be on the cloud, and all the departments will be taking a look and making a review on this project. This is one way of doing it. Also, another way of doing it, it could be stored on a local server where all these departments from engineering departments, control system departments, and manufacturing departments, they can access that project and make modification to the project and take a look at the latest versions that the engineer is doing on this project. They can make comments, and these comments could automatically pop up on the engineer platforms as a notification.
So in a way, it helps kind of like streamline the entire process. So
Exactly.
gotcha. And I know you mentioned the cloud. Can you kind of elaborate on what exactly the cloud consists of and what's available on the cloud?
Of course. So the ePulse cloud solution that's provided with ePlan, one of the branches there, it's eView. As an engineer, once the project is on the process or once the project is complete, I can upload that project into the cloud solution and make an organization with a link that I can send to my colleagues or to the clients that I work for or to the clients that this project is belonging to, and that client or my colleagues could view this project just like they are viewing it on an ePlan platform. They can make comments, they could click on links, they can view parts that it's used in that project, and that will direct them either on our data portal or it will take them to the manufacturer website to get more data from behind that parts that it's used in the schematics project. They can also do some revisions on that. So if in case they need to do modification, they can put these comments into the project. The engineers on the other side, they will get a notification on ePlan platform, and they will be able to take a look at these comments, do the modification, and track the history of the change. So this is a very important thing. They be able to track the history, and the history will be saved and stored on the cloud solution.
So two things I wanted to ask you further. I know you mentioned the topic of the data portal. That's one. I wanted to kind of ask you what's on the data portal. What exactly is the data portal, first of all?
Okay. So the data portal is an application that's provided by ePlan. It's embedded into our software or our platform. All the manufacturers that partners with ePlan, for example, Allen Bradley and Rockwell, they upload their parts on the data portal. You as a user, you could go search for these parts on the data portal, and you can import these parts into your internal library. That is the process from go ahead and creating the parts from scratch. And you are 100% sure, since you are importing this part from the manufacturer itself, that all the data behind that parts is most likely is 100% accurate.
Got it. And my second question, Nura, was the topic of just the streamlining this process, right, of communication. Other than communication, how does ePlan help a customer, like in terms of financial stability?
I just wanted to add.
Oh, hello. Welcome back.
Hey, just jumping. Thank you. So just to add to what Nourel mentioned, that's one of the main benefits actually that ePlan provides to the customers, is the fact that there is that communication and collaboration either between engineers or even departments. And it's one of the main things that we try to push out there to the electrical engineer, very efficient. So that's one of the key things that our customer will take advantage of. The quality of the data is better too, because everything is streamlined and everything is stored on a cloud basis. So you don't have that human errors in between. So the schematics are not touched by many engineers making modifications here and there. It's actually within a very secured environment. And also on the shop floor, whenever you're making changes on the shop floor, you can send that back directly to the electrical engineer to update the schematics. So that seamless process is one of the main benefits that you can get out of ePlan.
Awesome. Well, thank you for helping me better understand the process. And another question I had for you both was, like, who is ePlan for? I understand what ePlan does and the benefits, but what kind of customers do you guys deal with day in and day out?
Well, that's really a good question, because we hear that a lot from not the customers, but actually from people who are not fully aware about what we do. They think that ePlan as an advanced solution might be only a good fit for bigger companies, which is not true. So ePlan can be used by a freelancer, for example, just a one-man show. He's doing his own schematics and providing services for companies. And a lot of our customers are actually like that. They use ePlan, they own their own companies, and they only do schematics as a service. It can be used by small panel shops that only producing few panels a year, and it can be used by corporates on a very advanced level. And Nori will explain it further on the technical side. It's a platform. It's not only one software that is good for everyone. It's a platform, and it's tailored actually based on your needs and what's gonna fit you better. And of course, Nora will give the technical side of it better than me.
Okay, yeah, just thank you for that, Reem. Just to continue adding to the information that you provided, ePlan as a platform is not one solution for one company. We have several software in this platform. We have the pre-planning that serves the PNIDs and other type of drawing for processing design. We have the PH that does the electrical design schematics, the fluid, the Pro panel where you can see the 3D representation of your panel prior to sending it to manufacturing. We have Harness Pro D, we have Cogineer, all these softwares as a whole, as a group, will fit you in one way or other. Of course, you're not going to be able to figure out which one of these software is the best fit for you. So here at ePlan, we can make several visits to your facilities to understand the process from A to Z of designing your project, to understand your business. And based on that, we can do an analysis or an assessment to see which of these software fit the best into your business. And based on that, we be able to provide you with numbers to show how much ePlan could increase in your efficiencies, also increase in saving times, also decreasing the expenses that's lost here and there. And of course, with that being said, ePlan as a platform will give or put each person in the right position. So engineers will be doing engineering works instead of keep walking back and forth to production to try to troubleshoot a cabinet. This is not their job. Their job is to design and build, and engineers, this is their job. So production will be more happy of receiving fully detailed documents about the project to ease the process of building, and error-free documents that ease the process of building the cabinets and the system.
Got it. So pretty much it's kind of it's a solution that's tailor-made to fit your workflow and your needs, pretty much.
Definitely.
Got it. And one more question I had regarding this topic is we understand the benefits of what ePlan offers, and I wanted to ask, like, what are some of the current market challenges a lot of companies are facing in your industry? Like, other than communication, what are some, I guess, some common things that companies go through, like that are considered bottlenecks that we may help them overcome?
Okay, so I worked with several companies as a consultant. I can easily point several points right now, but the list keeps going on and on. So one of the main thing is standardization. ePlan is big fan of standardization. One of the company that I worked with, each engineer designed the project based on how he like it or what it would be the best way of doing it. Of course, it will make the job more difficult for the production floor to start reading these schematics. Think about the schematics as a language. If everyone start using their own words, it's hard to understand that language. So we need to have a common ground for everyone to understand this language. This is one thing that ePlan will help you come and achieve the standard way of designing. And of course, with a help of the IEC standard and the NFPA standard, which is mostly used in North America, Mexico, United States, and Canada. This is one thing. Another thing that ePlan could help you, or another thing that I see that customers struggle of having it, is documentation. Either the documentation is not there at all, or it takes tons of times to create these documentation. I'm talking about here a bill of material. Every company, once their project is done, they want to generate a bill of material, or they want to create a bill of material, or a connection list where you can see each individual wire with a source and a target, a length, and a gauge. So these type of documentation, ePlan will generate it for you automatically. So once the project is done, you don't have to spend time on creating a bill of material that's full with parts that humans makes mistakes. Yeah. So I'm sure at some point.
Yeah, exactly. That would take us. The next point that, yeah, whenever we're talking in a general way, whenever we're talking to companies, you'll always hear them talking about either issues when it comes to the quality, to the cost, or the time. So the quality, like Noel said, can be a BOM full of mistakes, full of errors done by humans. So we understand that. We've been there too. And a lot of our engineers been there and suffered from the quality issues when it comes to a BOM, when it comes to schematics or a drawing or a red line. Exactly. So, and that's a good point too, because we work with electrical engineers and they have enough knowledge and they've suffered enough to help the customers overcome those challenges. Whenever we're talking errors, we're talking costs that's increasing. We're talking about wasted money that we're wasting on the shop floor, in the engineering department, and the time that these engineers are sitting behind their computers, frustrated, trying to resolve an issue related to one wire that someone on the shop floor decided to put somewhere else. So yeah, those are three main points that we focus on, not only as a software, but also as a team. So we work on the quality again, we work on the cost, we try to improve the time, reduce the time to market. Those major three pillars will enable our customers to succeed somehow or another.
Just adding one more thing, as speaking of not 100% perfect bill of material. Not just that. If you think about it, at one time I visited a client, and the way that they build their panel is they build it like 3 or 4 times every time they try to build it. And the way that they're doing it is they bring the panel and they lay out all the components. And if the components doesn't fit, they have to scrap the entire project and then send the panel and wait for another or a different size of a panel and start building it all over again. With ProPanel, with ePlan ProPanel, you have a digital twin. Before you release that project to the production floor, you have an exact image or exact 3D layout of your cabinet prior to sending it to production floor. You make sure that all the drilling data is there. You make sure that your door closed, all the components is fitting, and and also you'll be able to calculate the wire length from the routing functionality that ePlan has.
So you guys,
and let's not forget the fact that it communicates with other software and production machines as well. If you have the wire link and data, you can connect it to a wire terminal, for example, and fabricate your wires, and they'll be ready to go. So yeah, just now that you're saying that, I remember things that we're able to do with ePlan.
Yeah, I think it's 20 minutes. It's not enough to talk about ePlan and how ePlan as a solution could fit anybody and ease the process of overcome the challenges that they face on a daily basis.
So a question for you both. I know we're running out of time here, but if customers are interested in learning more about ePlan or the solutions that we offer, are there any resources that they can attend or any type of trainings that we offer? That's one question I have. And also another question I wanted to ask is with our booth here at the Rockwell Automation Fair, what are some suggestions you guys have in terms of today's topic? Where should visitors go check out? Any topics?
I would always recommend to check the live chat and the live video talks with our experts, because we have experts like Noel, engineers who know what they're doing, and they're doing it on a daily basis to help out other engineers. let's not forget that the e-plan engineers, they meet customers every day, different types of customers. So they gather that knowledge and they are capable of helping you. If not by using the tool, then by just updating and making your processes more efficient.
Awesome. Well, I just wanted to say thank you to both of you for joining on today and helping us better understand ePlan as a whole, as well as the overall efficiencies that we offer. So thank you, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and look forward to
Pleasure.
seeing you at the booth.
Thank you.
Have a good
It
one,
was a
guys.
pleasure. Thank you, Hannah.
Bye.
You too.
Okay, that was good. Right on the dot.